Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. I'm sitting here once again with the love of my life. How are you doing?
I'm feeling mouthy. What are
Are
we
you?
talking about today? He has not given me a brief on what we're talking about
I
today,
have
you
not,
guys.
but I do have my notes. I have really been enjoying my little notebook here, and apparently some people in the comment section have been enjoying it as well. I really feel like it keeps me on task.
It does. I told him a long time ago to get a notebook because I got a notebook, and he was like,
I
I don't
did.
need to write anything down. I'm like,
Didn't.
start writing things down.
Yeah, I'm at
Look
that
at him.
age. 35, 36 is just around the corner on August 31st,
I
so
know.
the notebook is really
My
helping.
old man, I can't believe you're turning 40, girl. I really can't believe it.
So the first thing that I want to talk about is Jeffree Star, because people over on TikTok are thinking that he's having a really bad day right now because one lady on that platform was arrested and has been charged with stealing like $1.5 million from her place of work. And apparently she was taking that money and putting it back into TikTok and sending it to influencers over there on their live streams. I'm not exactly sure if Jeffree Star is on the list. I just saw his name being like thrown in the comment section because of
could
the
see it.
recyclers. But she was sending them these really large gifts on their live streams. And if you guys are sitting there wondering why she was doing this, it was apparently because she just wanted a little recognition and them to say her name on the
Girl,
live stream.
she wanted people to acknowledge her. I cannot fathom spending that much money.
No.
And no,
TikTok
no,
gifts.
not even spending that money because that was not her money. I can't imagine stealing that amount of money and then giving it away to people on a live stream.
I want to know a list of the people that she was like actually sending it to, because I'm very curious. Is Jason Nash on the list? Like, did she have like select favorites that she was doing it to, or was she just like going around and like blessing people? Maybe she was like, I'm the TikTok Jesus, I'm coming through.
Oh my God, like the opposite of the penny fairy. That kind of like reminds me of back in the day when people on YouNow would get tipped like these astronomical amounts of money. And then at the end of the month when they would get their payout, there would be like this big dispute and they would be short like thousands of dollars because those people disputed their cards. It's the same thing, but this lady was just stealing the money.
Apparently they went to like collect some of the money back from her that she stole from the place of work. She didn't have any of it.
I mean,
it has all been spent up over on TikTok. Apparently she also took like some like lavish trips and like bought some like luxury things
girl,
as well.
she had to have been like the loneliest person growing up. She wanted so much attention. That's sad to me.
Yeah, just to get like a woo, thank you, oh my God.
Like, imagine going to jail for being a TikToker's cash cow.
Yeah. The next thing that I want to talk about is Jaclyn Hill, because the other day she uploaded a video where she was like setting up her drink fridge in the garage. It was her 1 year anniversary for being sober, so she was putting it together from like tallest things to shortest things. A lot of people have been wondering what Jaclyn Hill's like next business venture is going to be, and I think that she let people in like just a little smidge. She didn't give like any name or like what it actually is going to be. On the second row of this drink fridge, she was showing like energy drinks. She showed Alani was one of her favorites. There's a brand called Gorgie that people were thinking maybe it's like a collaboration with them because Gorgie sounds like Georgie and it, like they think that it reminds her of her dog. And then next to that, there was one of those canned cannabis drinks. And then next to it, she left an empty spot and she said that she'll be telling people soon like what it's gonna be.
You guys know that I stopped drinking alcohol 1 year ago. Your girl loves to drink, but whether it's iced coffee or tea, sparkling water, regular water, water with lemon, mocktails, I love to drink. You can always find me drinking something. For my 1 year sober anniversary, I bought myself this beautiful beverage fridge that we are keeping in the garage, and I want to stock it with you guys. So we are actually going to turn our garage into a gym slash like wellness area, if you will. That sounds way bougier than it's actually going to be, but it's going to be a full gym with a sauna. It's going to take a couple months. I'll keep you guys along for that journey, but it will look aesthetic once we're done, and this will just be part of it. So, oh my God, this is making me so happy. My heart's doing a little dancey dance. Obviously, I'll probably make a ton of changes, but for now, let's move on. I'm really curious about this right here. It's a lactose-free vanilla latte with 20 grams of protein. I still don't know how to say this. Kefir soda. You guys are actually the ones that told me how amazing this is for you, and I've been loving this one from Erewhon. It's watermelon lime. Can you believe that I'm an Erewhon girly? What? California? Okay, I'm gonna do this Haywell drink. This is their energy and focus. It's just caffeinated sparkling water with herbs and antioxidants. And then I also got their calm and hydrate one as well. Gotta be straight, gotta be straight. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with Gorgie. These are my favorite energy drink brand. I discovered these when I stopped drinking and I became so obsessed, you guys, because they have L-theanine in it, biotin, vitamins and minerals, so they make you feel incredible and they're good for you while giving you energy. They're iconic. Hell no. This little thing right there won't let me put this under it. Oh, I'm pissed. First world problems, Jaclyn. Get it together. I am so fussy. That is unacceptable. Okay, let me think. I can move this down. Waiting for Jordan. iconic. And another Borgie. Is it obvious that I'm obsessed with this brand? Okay, I'm gonna do 2 different flavors of the Alani, pink slush and cherry twist. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. It's a cannabis infused drink. It has 5 milligrams of THC and 10 milligrams of CBD. I'm actually too afraid to try it, so I haven't. I have friends who love it, so she's going in the fridge. Okay, listen, I'm trying to play it cool and not make it look like a Borgie ad by not putting so many in there, but we have the room, so I'm gonna add another. Okay, this is kind of perfect, you guys, because there's one space left at the very end. And pretty soon I will have something special to fill that up.
What do you think it's going to be? Do you think she's going to come out with some kind of like energy drink? Do you think it's going to be a collaboration with Bloom?
Hopefully it's not Bloom for her sake, because Bloom gets dragged all the time. It's going to be something like Poppy.
You think?
Yeah, I do. But imagine Jacqueline's like throwing a curveball and it's like some kind of like refrigerated mask or like eye cream or something. I could see it. Jacqueline, she thinks outside of the box sometimes.
I wonder if she's going to hit it with the same thing that she uses when she comes out with like a makeup product. I've been working on this for so long. This has been 2 years in the making. It's buttery. It's creamy.
Yeah. All those descriptors, girl. It's like always buttery and creamy with Jacqueline. Do you remember that's how she described like the cozy blanket? Like how is a blanket buttery
and creamy?
I
I will say that is a very nice drink fridge that she has. And it was very like aesthetically pleasing. I wonder how long it's going to like actually stay like that. I think she's just going to like have her friends come over and like organize it for her because that has to get annoying.
I feel like Jacqueline probably has assistants, and one thing about Jacqueline Hill, she's going to have some order up in her house. Her house always looks clean. She's not like the other slob YouTubers you see. I don't know, but like best of luck to Jacqueline Hill. I think it'll be interesting to see how the public receives what she's about to give us. I'm sure your support's going to mean everything.
Yeah. The next thing that I want to talk about is a reason why I think that we should all just boycott Disney. Have you heard about this lawsuit that has been going on of this man that went to Disney with his wife and they went to a restaurant and they were like assured by everyone at the restaurant, all the staff were telling them that they were fine. There was going to be nothing in the food that would like trigger an allergic reaction. Well, they lied. This man's wife ended up dying. And when he went to take legal action against Disney, they tried to say like, whoa, 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 this lawsuit is not going to happen because years ago he signed up for a free trial for Disney Plus, and it's like written like all the way down at like the bottom of like the fine print that it has to go through arbitration and it can't go through like a lawsuit. Girl.
Good morning, you guys. You sign up for a free trial of Disney Plus, maybe on your PlayStation like this guy did, and then for the rest of time, according to Disney, you are agreeing to never sue Disney in a court of law, waiving your right to a jury trial. Even, for example, if you get some awful injury or die at a Disney park. Very sadly, what happened to this woman who died from a horrible allergic reaction at a restaurant at Disney Springs when she allegedly repeatedly informed staff of her allergies to dairy and nuts, and they allegedly repeatedly reassured her that she was good. And then she passed away, and her estate is now trying to sue for wrongful death. But Disney, in its attempt to get this lawsuit dismissed, is pointing to her widower's acceptance of the terms of use when he signed up for a free trial of Disney Plus on his PlayStation years ago. Let's look at the actual text like a lawyer. So the actual Disney Plus agreement seems pretty clear here, that it's Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and you agreeing to arbitrate, but the problem is when they incorporate Disney's overall terms of service. And then when you look there, the language is far more encompassing. It says any dispute between you and us must be resolved by individual binding arbitration. Now the court could rule that this is just unconscionable, but on balance, these arbitration clauses are usually upheld.
That's so crazy to me. Disney has so much power. The fact that they would try to deny a lawsuit where a man lost his wife at one of their theme parks, like it's a common thing here in Florida, like nobody dies at Disney. Is she like the first person to die at Disney?
I don't know. I guess it's going to be because they tried to come out with this bullshit. Speaking of people that like died at Disney, they came out with this like bullshit statement about it because they're like walking it back and they're like, you know what? We're actually going to allow a lawsuit to go forward. It's going to be in the court of law. And they said that's because they strive to put humanity above all other consideration. Girl, bullshit. Don't you remember that they sued a family because the son had like Spider-Man on the casket as well as like the gravestone?
That's crazy. Like Disney has no heart. That's wild as hell. Like they do give you magic when you go to the park, but don't cross them.
No. I just think that's so fucking shitty of Disney. Like they have so much fucking money. I'm sure they get like a lot of bullshit lawsuits like all the time. And there's probably some that they're like, you know what? No, let's use this like little clause that's right here. But the man was literally like reassured by the entire staff that there was going to be nothing wrong with her food, and she ended up dying. That is Disney's fault.
That is
so therefore they
their
need
fault.
to open up their checkbook, and they need to write him something fat. He does not need to settle. There is no settling in this.
Yeah, he shouldn't even have to file a lawsuit. He should just he should get really whatever he wants.
Yeah. The next business that I want to talk about is Sam's Club, because they are getting called out over on TikTok for allegedly ripping off this girl's like embroidery design. She has these sweatshirts that have like a state print on it, and it has like a state slogan. So it'll be like Florida, it'll have an orange and then like something underneath it. She showed Sam's Club and the ones that they actually came out with themselves. Very, very similar, to the point where you would get confused if they were like put right next to each other.
Club sweatshirt on TikTok. It's like every state has its own unique one. Also, it's only $15 and that's such a steal. Look, I found Tennessee's.
So I woke up being tagged in that video almost 200 times, and let me tell you, that got my heart going. I did want to stitch that video, but the stitches were turned off, so I figured I would just do this instead. If you're new here, my name's Ashley, and I design and sell embroidered apparel, and one of my main collections for my small business for the last year and a half has been my state flower cruise. And recently, they have been knocked off by Sam's Club, which is what you saw in that video. I don't really have a plan on what to say here. I just wanted to show off some of my cruise. I have a huge bin that I keep at my house for taking pictures in the sunshine. I can't compete with Sam's Club's pricing. I am running as much of a sale as I can, so these are 20% off on my site. I have about 30 states right now, and everything is completely illustrated by me. There is so much detail in the designs, and I promise you, like everything else, you get what you pay for. These are such high quality, and so much love and thought has gone into these, and it absolutely breaks my heart to see something like this happen to my small business, because I've really worked so hard on these. I also do have some of these designs on my TikTok shop as well. So yeah, I also just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has been shopping small and looking out for my small business as I try to navigate this very unfortunate and bizarre situation. Thank you so much for supporting my small business.
A lot of people, when the lady that owns the small business that came out with this embroidery design, like when she uploaded this, they were down in her comment section dragging her, saying like, these are exactly like the ones from the 90s that like my grandparents used to wear all the time.
We have a lot to talk about, and I'm not really sure where to start, to be honest, because I've tried filming this video so many times and I just cannot get my words out, so bear with me. And yes, we're talking about Sam's Club sweatshirts. First and most importantly, I just want to say thank you from the very bottom of my heart for everyone who has shown nothing but support for me and my small business. Your comments and emails and notes with your orders truly have meant the absolute world to me, and this community has been the biggest gift that this business has given me, and I'm grateful for it every single day of my life. To be able to share my creativity and my art with you is more than I ever could have asked for, and I just want to thank you for being here. It means everything to me. I've debated on whether or not I even wanted to address some of the comments on my previous video, especially because I'm someone who hates conflict and confrontation with every fiber of my being, and I'm sensitive, especially when it comes to something that I care about, but I'm feeling the need to clarify, so I'm gonna try to do that. So please be nice. I am in no way claiming to be the first and only person who has ever put state flowers on apparel. Let's just get that out there. The point that I'm trying to make is that, in my opinion, there are too many similarities between the Sam's Club sweatshirts and my State Flower sweatshirts to be a coincidence. And here's a side-by-side of some of my State Flower sweatshirts compared to the Sam's Club ones from what I was able to find online. Regardless of whether or not you agree with that, ever since those sweatshirts released at Sam's Club, I've been getting hundreds of DMs, emails, and comments every single day from people being either excited that I got my sweatshirts in Sam's Club or furious for me because they were copied. So there is significant brand confusion going on here, and that's a problem for me. This is definitely a sensitive subject for me because I am constantly dealing with people who have stolen my photos, my videos, my designs to basically make a quick buck, and that's what I feel like happened here. Even though it always feels violating when you have something copied or stolen, having it done on a scale like this just takes it to a whole different level. And I'm not saying it's always illegal, it just feels wrong. And honestly, knowing what I know about custom apparel manufacturing or embroidery in particular, the price point alone should be concerning. Well, this is the part I'm least excited to talk about because you guys scare me. There have been some comments from people saying that I'm the one who knocked off the design. Let me preface this by saying before I ever released this collection, I did so much research to see if I could find anything online that looked similar, and I personally could not. A lot of similar designs that you see online today have come about following my collection going viral. And to everyone who said their grandma had the exact sweatshirt in the 90s, someone show me a picture, please. These are the type of designs that come up for me when I look up vintage, State Flower, crew necks, and I personally don't think they look similar at all. I think there's a big difference between being inspired by something and then copying something, and you can be your own judge of that. I think I've pretty much said everything that I need to say. Thank you for letting me get some of this off my chest.
That's immediately what
I
I thought.
remember sweatshirts that had designs like this. I don't remember if it was like exactly like this, but I definitely know that this is inspired by something and that she is not the original
It
one
looks
to do
retro.
this.
It's very
Yeah.
similar to what we used to see growing up.
It's a cute design.
Yeah, no, they're cute, but it's not original in any way.
So the next person that I want to talk about is Mikayla Nogueira, because the other day the FTC announced that they are going to start going after influencers as well as brands that have bought followers in the past. Now, the reason that Mikayla's getting brought into this is because I did ask over my Instagram story who people thought were like the most guilty of this, both influencers and
All of
brands.
them.
Mikayla was the number one. But the reason that this is a issue and the reason that all these influencers should be like smacking themselves right now is because a lot of influencers out there, I don't know if Mikayla has, I'm not accusing her of anything, and honestly I don't think that she would have to, because she has a lot of like selling ability and
Yeah.
doesn't really need it. Maybe like way in the beginning could she have? I don't fucking
Possibly,
know.
maybe.
A lot of them have. Alex Earl used to get accused of it all the time before her account like actually blew up. I think they said she stopped purchasing them like around 250,000.
Yeah, I remember her talking about that. That's crazy. It's so wild when people do that. Like, you can have 500,000 subscribers and you wind up getting like no engagement. Like, that is crazy to me. It's one, stupid, but now two, it's criminal.
Well, the reason that a lot of people actually do it in the influencer world is because they're using those numbers when they reach out to brands for these sponsorships, and they're lying to them. And then they quote these brands an astronomical amount saying, I'm going to make you so many sales. They sell like 2. So these brands are literally having no return for the amount of money that they're throwing out.
Hey babe, wake up, there's a new FTC rule that just dropped. And here's what creators need to know about it. While the majority of the rule deals with reviews and testimonials, the last section deals specifically with fake indicators of social media influence. It makes it illegal for anyone to buy or sell fake indicators of social media influence, things like followers, likes, fake comments. If those indicators materially misrepresent that person's social media influence or importance for commercial purposes. And we all know that buying followers is a huge issue on social media, especially in the content creator and influencer space. There are creators out there who have bought their following and use that fake influence in order to get brand deals. And that is a deceptive practice that this new rule is addressing. And let's be clear, it's never been ethical to buy followers and create a false perception of your influence or importance online. It's a lazy way to try to get ahead. This new rule highlights the importance of honesty and integrity as a creator. It's also worth noting that a lot of brand deal contracts have provisions in there that have you guaranteeing that you do not buy your followers. And again, buying followers, buying likes, these are things that you should not be doing anyways, but now we have administrative law to support that. My name's Kate, I'm an attorney for creators and owner of The Legal Influence. As always, everything that I share today is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not legal advice, and listening to this video does not create an attorney-client relationship between you and I.
There's also a lot of people that are guilty of buying comments underneath their posts over on Instagram. I am just going to throw a name out there that I think is someone that possibly does that, and that is Nikita Dragon. Because whenever she would do that thing on her Instagram story where she would have her like nails up and she would be like, okay, the emoji of the day is this, go and leave it. You would have so many accounts just dropping like the one emoji. I would go and I would like click through on some of them just because I was nosy and I just wanted to know, because it was a ton of comments. You would go to the profile following no one and no followers, and it's like, girl,
No
are you trying
profile
to be
picture.
like so obvious about it?
Girl, Nikita was ahead of the curve when it came to that bot shit. I remember back in the day, there was another drama channel that became friends with her, but before that, she was calling Nikita out for the Snapchat fam. It's kind of like the same thing, in my opinion.
But also, there's a lot of businesses out there that should be worried as well, because if you look at their engagement compared, they're like have like 1 million followers and they get maybe like 12 people like liking their post on Instagram.
On a verified account,
Yeah.
nonetheless, too.
That's just like weird to me. I mean, of course, every time somebody posts something, their whole amount of followers are not going to like actually like that post. But when you have 1 million people that are following you and you get like 12 likes, it's kind of like...
It's kind of embarrassing, to say the very least. If you have that many
weird.
followers and you're getting less than 10 likes on a post, like, that lets me know that there was some fudgery going on there. I think it'll be really interesting to see how the FTC like does this, because there's a lot of people that I know have bought followers. Because we know that there's a lot of people out there that have bought followers. Like, what are they going to do? Like, write them tickets, or are they going to give them like citations?
They'll probably take them away.
Like,
I imagine. Remember when Twitter did like a purge back in the day and like took a lot of people's followers out?
Girl, that's like insult to injury. Imagine spending your money to make it look like you have more than what you have, and then getting that taken away and not having your money, and possibly being out more money because you're going to get fined for it. That's honestly great to me. That's funny.
There were a lot of people that were talking about this, and they were saying like, yeah, go after the people that have the fake followers because that's just like false advertisement, number one. But they were like, why don't they put more energy into the people that are literally not disclosing their sponsorships and lying to their followers every single day and just being like, this is the most amazing product, and not telling people they're actually getting paid for it.
That's so fair
They
to
need
me.
to go after both of them.
I feel like they
honest.
should go after both, but I do think that they should put like a priority on the people that are using like the affiliate links and not disclosing the sponsored post and things like that. But I do want to see the people that are buying followers get exposed. Like, will there be a master list? Are they gonna like compile a list of the first like 50 that they expose for buying followers? Like, I need to know the tea.
I'm just curious who it's going to be, and you guys are going to have to let us know down in the comment section. Who do you think is most guilty of buying followers?
Well, girl.
Somebody also said me over on Instagram, and I was like, I have 12,000 followers on Instagram that I hardly post on. Do you really think that?
Girl, I would give you, I would tell you who I thought it was, but that would just cause problems.
And with all that said, everyone, that is it for this video. We hope that you did enjoy it. Please leave us
A clown emoji.
a clown emoji down below. Wait, let me go submit the payment real quick so I can pull a Nikita. Get the bots down in the comment section. I still have all those fucking bots in the comment section. If you're here early on the video, then you always see them. There's like between 6 and 8, and they're like always sitting there in like a bra.
Like right
or
off
like
the
bent
rip,
over in some
too.
panties.
Like the moment he
Like-
posts his videos, like you
what
can
the
click on the
hell?
video and there's already 6
Yes.
comments there, and it's the same girls every time.
Yes.
It's so weird.
And we will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.